So today we are going to start the last chapter of this book, Flamingo Deep Water by William Douglas. William Douglas, the real name is William O. Douglas. One more writer is there, William C. Douglas. Here, William Douglas means William O. Douglas. He is an American writer. And this story, The Deep Water, it has been taken from the story of men and mountain. Men and mountain, it's a very big story, and from the story a few part is taken, which is the part of your syllabus, okay, under the title Deep Water. Why the title for the story Deep Water is given, we need to understand. At least you have idea. Looking at the title Deep Water means the water is really deep. The story goes around the water which is really deep. Here, the narrator, once he was in his childhood days, at the same time, he was fearing too much to go for bathing in a water. Either that means pond water, river water, any water is there, was fearing too much. But anyway, he just controlled it. What the fear that came to him from his childhood time when he became a young boy, even he just tried to get over them. What the fear was there for the boy of sinking into the water, right now he tried to overcome on it. How he overcame, how the narrator got over it, just let's start and find out. In the story you will see it had, let's see the line. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. It means the incident. The incident took place in the life of the narrator when he was either of 10 years or 11 years. From here, this is the beginning of the story. Better try to get each and every point, each and every step in your mind for your better answer. Clear? When he was in the age of 10 or 11 years, exact is not given, so at the same time the incident that happened. The incident took place. I had decided to learn to swim, and that time the narrator decided to learn swimming. And there was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. Here, there was a pool. Pool, you know pool very well. That is area of neat clean water for bathing. Here, there was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima. Yakima is the name of a river. It's a tributary river or in Washington, America. Okay. YMCA, the letters stands for Young Members Christians Association. Okay. Here, those American people, generally they make something for the young people where means those who are the follower of Bible, that religion. So these people they will go there and offer their prayers. Okay. If those people they are in sadness, in an extreme sorrow of their life, so generally these people means they go there at YMCA for getting peace of their mind. Clear? So this young member Christians Association, nearby it one pool was there, and in Yakima, and Yakima river was also there. Nearby the Yakima river, that YMCA pool was there. Means that pool, the pond which was quite near to YMCA, therefore the name of that pool is given like YMCA pool. Clear? Yakima, that offered exactly the opportunity. Even you should know that Yakima, that YMCA pool was better for swimmers, better for the learners. Those who wanted to learn swimming, this place was better for them. even it was better for the learners. It provided the better opportunity to the learners. And the Yakima river was treacherous. It was very treacherous means dreadful, horrible. That Yakima river, it was really horrible river. Even this river incident had a lot of incidents are there. Many children, many young people, they have already drowned into the river. Okay, and therefore the people used to tell it treacherous river. It was very dangerous and it was not a reliable river. Mother continually warned against it. And narrator's mother, she was in habit to warn him continuously, frequently, that better you can practice for your swimming at the pool only, but never try to go for practice at the Yakima river. Why? Because it's dangerous. And then I kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river, and each and every drowning, even the people, the child, the children, boys, even they drowned already in that treacherous river like Yakima river. Therefore, her mother knew each and every incident. Therefore, she tried to remind the narrator that why they drowned in the river last year, 2 months before, 3 years ago. Okay, so that the boy cannot go into the river for making his practice of swimming. Okay, because swimming in that treacherous river, dangerous river like Yakima, it was not kept for anyone. But the YMCA pool was totally safe because it was a shallow pond, depth was very less, therefore it was very good pool for the learners, for the swimmers. Even anyone who wants to make swimming, who wants to do some swimming work, so better can go to that YMCA pool, because that provides the better opportunity for the new learners. But and then it was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end. Shallow means the side end is there. 2 or 3 feet depth is there. Means in the side of that pool, means the depth of the water is 2 or 3 feet. Not exactly given. Exactly measurement in the story not given. 2 or 3 feet. Depth was there at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other end. At the other end of that pool, the depth of the water is 9 feet, and the shallow end, that is 2 or 3 feet of the pool, and therefore this YMCA pool was providing the better opportunity to the new learners who wanted to learn swimming. But even each and everyone, including the mother of the narrator, she suggested him never go for swimming in that dangerous river, that is Yakima river. And while it was not, and then the drop was gradual. Drop here means how that pool, YMCA pool was shallow, means it was like this. The drop is slope was gradual. Gradual means slow and steady. If someone just lies here, so naturally that person will roll down and will go into the water. Therefore, it says the drop or the slope was gradual. It was steady and firm. I got a pair of water wings. Water wings means it's a kind of tool kit for swimming. Therefore, he wore it and went to the pool for making his practice. Which pool? YMCA pool. He did not go for just learning that swimming, practicing that swimming in that Yakima river. Why? Because that river was dangerous too much, and his mother repeatedly, frequently reminded him that boy drowned last year, 2 months ago, and because of that, that boy decided that by wearing these kind of water wings, he will go for learning that swimming in that YMCA pool. I hated to walk. Walk here means go. Here, the narrator hated to go there. He disliked to go there. Where in that YMCA pool, the narrator, he hated to go to YMCA pool naked. So generally it's obvious that when you are going for bathing in any pond or river, so obviously you will have to remove your clothes. Okay, if you are removing your clothes, the reality comes out. Huh? What's the condition of your legs, your body structure is that? So his legs were very lean and thin, like sticks. Therefore he did not like it to go. And so his skinny legs, skinny means thin, and did not like to show his skinny legs while bathing in that pool. But I subdued. Subdued means overcame. But he, the narrator, he subdued or overcame his pride and did it. Overcame his pride and did it means finally he decided that removing his clothes he will go into the pool for bathing. But he was not expert in swimming. Therefore, he just had already chosen that place that it was not too deep. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion. Aversion is dislike. From the beginning, the narrator had an aversion, he had a disliking to the water. He did not like to go into the water. Either the water is shallow, it's a deep water, is not a matter. Only water word was there, was not liked by the narrator. He did not like to go there when I was in it. But at the time when he was in the water, at the same time he did not like it. He did not like the water. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old. This incident, this practice started, experience started when he was in age of 3 years or 4 years. And father took me to the beach in California. Beach, that is seashore only. California, that is a city in America. Okay. So at California beach, his father took him there because he wanted the company of that boy. He went there for bathing purpose, and the boy, like this narrator, in his age of 3 or 4 years, he just without oppose went to that beach at California with his father. He and I, he means the father, and I means the narrator. He and I stood together in the surf. Surf here means it's a kind of foam. It's a kind of foam where there is a continuous rise and fall of the sea waves at regular intervals. The wave they rise, again they rise, they enter. But all together, the point where these kind of sea waves they meet together, they break into small pieces. So the situation that creates there in the water, that is known as surf here. So here, he and I means of his father and himself only, they stood together in the surf, where high waves they were just rising and falling at their regular intervals, and they were breaking all together. At the same point, they were just standing together. I hung on to him, the narrator. He hung on to the body of his father because he had an aversion, already said. He did not like water, and therefore it was a severe fear for the boy that if he is going into the water, definitely he will drown. Clear? That is the end of his life. So generally if smaller children are there, so this is their thinking, not ours. Because of drowning into the water, the boy hung on to his father, yet the waves knocked me down. When the waves, high waves of the sea, they just came there at the point, so these forceful waves, they knocked the narrator down from the body of his father, and that boy fell into the water. Then what happens? I was buried in water. Buried means sank. So because of forceful waves, that boy, he buried into the water, he fell into the water. My breath was gone. The breath of the boy, that he stopped for some time, because he had a severe fear of water, and therefore he did not like to go into the water for even a moment time. And then my breath was gone, I was frightened, he was frightened too much, he was fearful. Father laughed, looking at the boy. How afraid the boy is. The father is looking at him and he is laughing because the reality father knew it very well. This is the shallow end of the pond and he cannot drown. Then what happens? Uh, I was buried in water. My breath was gone. I was frightened. Father laughed. But there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves. But when the overpowering is forceful waves, when they were reaching to the boy, they were highly fearful for him. My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stirred childish fears. Here we'll see my introduction to YMCA swimming pool. The introduction, the familiarity of that YMCA pool. Why? Because it was not so deep, and because of that, the narrator used to go there. His introduction, his meeting with that pool, revived means brought back to life. Revive, brought back to life. Unpleasant memories, because anywhere in any water he did not like to go alone because of fear of water. And then unpleasant memories when he was in the company of his father and he was thoroughly washed up by those kind of forceful waves. So these fear even just stirring him. Childish fears, but in a little while I gathered confidence. Within no time, in a very short time, I gathered confidence. He proved himself more confident than ever. I paddled with my new water wings. Paddle here means swam like a duck. That boy, he was wearing the water wings and therefore just he tried to swim up to the surface of the water. Watching the other boys, looking at the other boys how they are swimming there, the same way he was trying to imitate them. He was trying to copy them. With my new water wings, watching the other boys and trying to learn by aping them. Aping means imitating, copying. And he was just looking at those boys, they were just trying to run into the water. He was just aping them, he was just imitating them. I did this 2 or 3 times on different days. And that practice he made 2 or 3 times on different days, not on the same day. And was just beginning to feel at ease in the water. And slowly, that narrator, he started feeling some easy things while reaching into the water. When the misadventure happened, at the same time, the misadventure means an incident took place. I went to the pool when no one else was there. Just see the story. One day that boy went to the pool. Pool means which pool? Swimming pool. The boy went to the swimming pool when no one else was there. Not a single boy was there. No one came there for swimming in that pool. He was all alone by himself. Therefore, he was fearing too much. Suppose in case, unfortunately, he drowns into the water, who will be there to save him? That was a question for him. He was there. The place was quiet. It was a lonely place. No one was there. The water was still. The water of that pool, it was motionless. Still means motionless. And the tile bottom was as white and clean as a bathtub. Means the tile bottom of that pool. Means the bottom of that pool, it was fitted with the, decorated with the tiles. Okay. Mud was not there, it was fitted with the tile. So he says that tile bottom of that swimming pool was looking as white and clean as a bathtub. Means the water of that pool was very neat and clean. Even it was transparent. He could observe everything. I was timid about going in alone, but overall, whatever the color of that bathtub is there, that pool is there, that is not a matter. He was there all alone, therefore he did not like the idea to go inside for making his practice. He was fearing too much because of his fear. And then, so I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others, and this was the reason that the boy, he was sitting at the side of that YMCA pool in the hope that someone may come any moment, someone may come the next moment, and in that company he will go there for swimming. Clear? Question may be short question may be there for you. Why the boy was sitting just by the side of the pool instead of practicing for learning. Okay. So you should just get the points from everywhere. Then what happens? I had not been there long when it came a big bruiser. Bruiser stands for boxer, one who practices of boxing. Okay. So later what happens? I had not been there long when in came a big bruiser of a boy. A big bruiser, a famous boxer, who was a boy only that came there at the place, and the boy, like narrator, he became hopeful too much to find his company. That boy came there, probably 18 years old. Perhaps the big bruiser was there, a great boxer was there, the boy was there. He was in age of 18 years, probably not exactly, probably he was 18 years. And then what happens? He had thick hair on his chest. The boy, that big bruiser head was there, he had a thick hair on his chest. And then he was a beautiful physical specimen. Specimen means example. That boy was a beautiful example of that specimen of that physique, of his personality. With legs and arms, the legs and arms of that boxer was there, big bruiser was there, boy was there, that showed rippling muscles. Rippling is undulating. The muscles of that boy's body, they were really undulating muscles. Undulating stands for, just you can see the condition of the legs. Such kind of muscles on the body of that boy was there. It is really, that boy was not less than any big bruiser. That boy came there and he yelled, that boy yelled, means he shouted, "Hi skinny." Who is skinny here? Narrator. Because his legs were very lean and thin, like the sticks. Therefore, that boy, the big bruiser, came there and he just shouting, just calling, "Hi skinny. How would you like to be ducked?" Ducked here means plunge under water. Plunge or go deep into the water. How would you like to be ducked? How do you like to go into the water for practice of swimming? He is asking question. Saying this, asking with that question, what he asked, with that the boy, big bruiser, he picked the narrator up and tossed me into the deep end. That big bruiser, he picked the narrator and threw him into the deep end of the water. I landed in the sitting position. When that boy, the narrator, he was already thrown there by that big bruiser, he just landed there on the bottom of that pool in a sitting position, not a standing position, and tossed me into the deep end, then swallowed water. But when his body went deep into the water, some quantity of the water came into his mouth and went at once to the bottom. And very soon he reached at the bottom of the pool. I was frightened. He was terrified too much. What will happen? Who is going there to just escape him? Who is going there to take him out of the water? No one was there. Even one boy who was hoped for him, for his company, even that boy proved wrong, proved himself false, and he came there and threw the narrator into the water. Therefore, he could not call that boy for getting any kind of assistance, for getting any kind of help. And then I was frightened, he was terrified, but not yet frightened out of my wits. But still, he was frightened, that's another case. Still, his mind that was working well. On the way down, I planned. But one thing you should know, when that boy was going down into the water. That was a short journey for the boy from the surface of the water when the boy that is going into the water up to the level of the tile bottom. That was a short journey. So when he was just completing or continuing his journey into the water at the same time, means within no time, that boy made a plan. What he planned? When my feet hit the bottom, when he is going into the water, and when his feet that strikes the bottom, tile bottom of the pool, I will make a big jump. At the same time, I will just try to make a big jump, and because of that jump, will come at the side of that pool and will sit. I will make a big jump, come to the surface of the water, lie flat on it, and paddle to the edge of the pool. And when he is coming at the surface of the water, so he will lie flat and then he will just try to swim there, and because of his short swimming, he will reach up to the side of that pool too. He was planning. It seemed a long way down, but when the boy he is going down, he is just on his journey. Which journey? Journey to the tile bottom. When he is on his short journey, at the same time, he is realizing that the way is very long. Even it's too deep. The water is too deep. And those 9 feet were more like 90. The 9 feet depth of that pool, even he realizing that perhaps this distance, this depth is not less than 90 feet. And before I touched bottom, my lungs were ready to burst. When he is just continuing his journey, not reached at the tile bottom, at the same time, this idea came to him that he will have to complete a long journey to reach at the tile bottom of the pool. Even his lungs, they were ready to burst, and he was about to die. That feeling came to him. Generally, it happens in the life of a human being. If you are just attacked by any chronic disease and you need to perform an operation, and because of that you are just supposed to hospitalize. Date is decided, means on a particular day doctor will come for your operation. So before the day of operation, just you create a scene in your mind. How will be the operation theatre? How many incisors will come there? How the doctor will be there? Either he will be affluent, he will be capable, or he will be foolish doctor. Means lot of confusion will come to your mind. But when my feet hit the bottom, finally, when the feet of the narrator feet hit the bottom, I summoned all my strength. Summoned here means not called. Here summoned means gathered. When his feet just hit the bottom of the pool, means he summoned, means collected all his strength, all his energy of his body, and made what I thought was a great spring upwards. And he just tried to do the same thing what he thought. So what he thought, when his feet they will strike at the tile bottom, all of a sudden with full energy he will just try to take a long jump, and then will come out on the surface of the water, and by swimming he may reach at the bank of the pool too, and this way he can swim. He imagined I would bob to the surface. Bob here means come out. Actually, bob is a kind of wood, it's a kind of tree which bark is very light. The bark of that tree is very light material, okay, and therefore this cannot drown into the water. If you take a piece of that bark of that tree, particular tree, and put on the surface of the water, it cannot go inside because it's very lighter in weight, clear, of that water too. I would bob to the surface like a car, and then he will come out to the surface of the water like a car too. And instead, I came up very slowly. Instead, the boy, instead of coming very fast, he came there very slowly. I opened my eyes. When the boy is coming out of the water with his efforts, then he opens his eyes and sees nothing. What does he see? Only water. He sees only water. Water everywhere that has a dirty yellow tinge. Tinge means color. What the color of that water was there? It was dirty. Okay, it was yellow. So he saw that dirty water and I grew panicked. Panic means alarm. And because of that, the boy, he alarmed too much. I reached up as if to grab a rope. He reached up to the surface of the water in the hope that right now he is just going to grab the rope. Rope, he is just going to hold the rope. But rope was not there in the pond. Where was the rope? It was not there. Only the idea the boy had, and my hands clutched only at water. He was trying to hold the rope, but what he held finally? Only water. The water came just among his fingers. I was suffocating. He was gasping. The narrator was gasping. He was just breathing heavily. And I tried to yell. And because of fear, that boy, the narrator, he tried to yell means cry. The boy tried to cry there because of fear. But no sound came out. And he was trying to cry, but sound from him not came. Then my eyes and nose came out of the water. When he tried little more out of the water, only the eyes of the boy, nose of the boy, these two parts came out of the water. Even the mouth of the boy still was under it. But not my mouth. I flailed at the surface. Flailed here means thumped, thumping. The boy, when he looked at the water, eyes were out, nose was out. So what he saw is dirty yellow tinge, dirty yellow water he saw. Then he just thumped on the surface of the water, swallowed. But some water, some quantity of the water he swallowed and choked. Because of that, his breathing that stopped for a moment. I tried to bring my legs up. The boy, up means upside. The boy tried to take out his legs upside of the water, but they hung high, but the legs were not coming out. How are the legs hanging into the water? The legs hung as dead weights. Dead weights means like stones. The legs of the boy means they were hanging into the water like stones. Paralyzed, they were motionless. Movement were not there in his legs. And rigid, they were very hard. The legs were motionless, the legs were very hard, and they were just hanging into the water like dead weights, like stones. A great force was pulling me under. At the same time, when he found himself in such a position that the legs are not coming out, at the same time he realized that means another kind of force that is pulling the boy inside the water. Second time. First time at least he came out of the water. Again he just realized that one more force is there in the water that is pulling into it. So I screamed. Therefore the boy cried in pain, but cried in fear. But only the water heard me. But who could hear there? No one was there. One boy was there. He was very strong. He was a boxer. Still, he could not rely on the boy because the boy, the bruiser, he had already thrown him away into the water. Nobody could hear the boy. Nobody could hear his sound. I had started on the long journey back to the bottom of the pool. Therefore, when he could not get the support, help of anyone, he started his second journey, going into the water up to the level of the tide bottom. So this is his second journey. Question may be there, what do you know during the first journey of the boy? Short questions may be asked. I struck at the water. Struck means strikes his hands and legs on the surface of the water. As I went down, as he was just trying to go down, expending my strength as Step to your book. Work is going on. Better stop here. The remaining part of this chapter will continue next day, Thursday. Put a tick mark where to start the next day.